Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 626 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. I would like to say to everybody on this Friday morning, welcome back.
Whoa.
How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing great. I'm stuck here out in the void, but I'm doing all right, brother.
Yeah, you look like one of the astronauts that got left out in space. That's what I
Yeah,
pictured it would look like.
yeah. But I think I'm cooler than them.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I just
All
think I
right,
am
I get
cooler
it.
than them.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the one lost in space. I'm not the one that went on some company's shuttle and got lost.
Did they got them people, didn't they?
No, they're up on the hanging out on the International Space
Oh,
Station.
they're still up there?
Yeah, like when they say they're lost in space, people are like, "Oh my God, they're floating around." Like, no, they're docked at the International Space
Oh,
Station.
pfft.
I
I
mean,
didn't know that. I
yeah.
thought they were floating around and shit.
No. They're at the International Space Station. Supplies keep getting sent up and shit.
Oh, I'm not quite as
Yeah.
concerned now.
Yeah. When I first started reading about it, I'm like, oh no, wow, they're gonna be,
That don't seem tragic at all.
yeah.
Like them guys that went down into the ocean and the thing imploded on them. Now that's
Yeah.
tragic. These guys are just up there hanging. I'm sure they're eating that dry ass astronaut food, and they're
Yeah.
getting by.
Yeah, they're all right.
Good morning, the field of steel. How you doing?
What up, fool? You.
Um, I want to talk about this stupid. All right, so finally, they put the toilet seat down on the Cleveland Browns up there. These
Uh-huh.
guys apparently they're getting a dome, like the Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns.
Yeah.
I, I don't,
Get
I
out
don't,
of here.
I don't want a dome. Even if even if they said we're going to build you a dome, I would be. I don't know. That's Southern to me. That's not football. That's
No,
you know,
I don't want the dome. Like, get out of here.
you think of
Like,
the right. You think of like football. It's weather. It's rain. It's snow. It's wind. It's everything. Mud. The
yeah.
Cleveland Browns are getting a dome. I don't know. I don't like this.
It's the only way they're ever going to be able to have a Super Bowl. They can't win one, so they might as well have a facility ready to host one.
I,
That's
I
about it.
I guess it might be cool in a sense that if somebody like us here in Pittsburgh, if you ever wanted to go to a Super Bowl, it now becomes a little bit more convenient because it's right there,
Hmm.
opposed to going down to Florida or Texas or wherever it may be. But I just thought to myself, oh, what a dumb franchise.
Yeah,
And listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not against domes. I'm not an anti-domer. But I just with these guys, with the Cleveland Browns, come on, and that's what it's going to be from now on. It's going to be about this stupid stadium and this stupid dome because their football team ain't never any good.
no, they're never going to win anything. And like I said, man, they have to have something to attract the Super Bowl because it's not going to be by the team itself. So might as well have everyone else come in and visit Cleveland for a Super Bowl. Now, I think if they get this done, do get a Super Bowl, I would go up there and check it out. Like I crap on Cleveland, but I like the way the city's laid out. But I don't. Why would? There's no reason to go there.
Good morning to John, also on the board. This is what I this is the little tiny bit of information that I do have just here in front of me. The Browns will leave their 25-year-old stadium on the shores of Lake Erie and move to a new domed facility in suburban Brook Park, 12 miles south of downtown
Oh,
Cleveland.
wow! So they're moving out of downtown.
Yeah, they're moving out of Cleveland, basically,
Wow. That's like the Steelers putting the stadium in what?
in McKees Rocks.
Yeah, that's
Um,
stupid.
and
That
it's
that
and
that's
it's only, I
stupid.
mean, that's a nice stadium there. It's 25 years old,
Yeah.
which is wild to me because it still looks new. And you think of
Mhm.
when they tore Three River Stadium down in 2000, it was only
Yeah.
30 years old, and it seemed like it was a million years old. So
Yeah. Like I've been to their stadium. It's not a bad stadium. It's a nice looking stadium. It's cookie cutter, kind of like how Heinz Field or Acrisure is, but it's not a bad stadium. I liked it. I liked the where it was at in there. It made sense for the city and for the fans. It's in a good spot. But
John,
hey,
John said Derpy's at obedience training. I think he is.
actually, we
He needs to be.
we have a
If he's not, he
live
should be.
we have a live and look update of Derpy. Are you guys ready?
What? Oh, there
We
it
got
is.
our here's our live and look of Derpy.
Mike gets on this morning. He goes, "This is gonna be my background." I was like, "Is that Derpy?" He goes, "I'm taking it off."
Like I yeah. I thought about having that being the whole entire background for the show. That's Derpy's current state after the Indians. What the Indians won last night. He is flying high.
They did. They won in extras last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to beat these Yankees, but they're back at it again today. We'll talk about that here briefly. Mike, I want to get into when as we start the injury report. A couple things came up over the past 24 hours
Yeah.
for the Steelers. First being, yes, you might want to sit
I'm
down
just
for
laughing. I
this.
know where you're going with
You
this.
might want to sit down. Of course, Roman Wilson, who we thought maybe, just maybe, we might get a chance to get a look at this year. He hadn't played any downs in post regular season or preseason. Well, it ends out he gets hurt yesterday at practice. So Roman Wilson
Shocker.
is not going to be playing. Mike says he had no injury issues at Michigan. I don't know what this
None of that I
guy's deal is.
remember. Yeah.
It's just another year of getting a rookie that we drafted that we're not going to get a look at all year. 2 years ago was Calvin Austin with his ankle. Last year was Corey Trice with his injury. Now Roman Wilson. So who knows? Who knows?
Urban Wilson and Fatanu.
So
We might
maybe,
not
just
see.
maybe, Omar Khan may want to get on this getting a receiver thing. And maybe he was waiting around to see what's going to what happen with Roman. At this point, come on, bro. You got to make a move, man. Everybody's making moves to improve their team except for us. But also, one other thing we did here and catch and find out is that Zach Frazier, it looks like he's going to be out till after the bye week.
Yeah.
So we have the Jets this week at home. We have the Giants next Monday night at home, then the bye week. And then after that, it looks like some point after that, uh, Zach Frazier will be back. So we have to weather that storm for a couple more weeks. But this is what the Steelers injury report looks like at the moment. As of yesterday, this is the latest of Thursday practices. Roman Wilson is out. Najee Harris did not practice, but he will play. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Najee Harris was
Yeah.
back to full practice. He didn't
Yeah. He's
practice with
back.
the ribs the day before.
Yeah.
DeMonte KZ, he did not practice, but he had limited practice yesterday. So I don't
Yeah.
know if we're
Yeah.
going to
He's
see.
limited practice Thursday. Yep.
It's just not saying if we're going to see them or not. So I'm going to kind of just ad lib here. Also, Nick Herbig is out, of course, with his hammy. Frazier's out. Alex Highsmith is making his return, which I think is huge.
That's huge. Definitely in this game, man.
And
Extra pass rusher.
you've seen the way that the Raiders were able to run to that left
Yeah.
side
Oh,
against
yeah.
us last week.
Huge.
So you get Highsmith back in there, which again, I'm not a big Highsmith guy, but I do acknowledge you need that body over on the right hand
Mm-hmm.
side. Uh, what else do we got here? These Dylan Cook practiced full yesterday. Isaac Siamalu, he didn't practice, but he will be playing. Michael Pruitt, he had a full practice. Cordell Patterson did not practice. And these people, TJ Watt, he practiced full, or no, he practiced. See, they got
Yeah.
this
He had
thing
full
so
practice.
screwed up here.
Yeah. He had a full practice.
Cam Hayward did
Did
not
not practice.
practice again Wednesday or Thursday. This guy has no injuries. That's the thing that pisses me off
Yeah.
about
He's
Cam.
old.
Don't you think this guy should be getting his work in? I mean, yeah, he's a veteran, but come on, his body got to be ready. And finally, Larry Ogunjobi, he had a limited practice. He was also resting just as Cam was. So nothing really changed much. Again, the two that was more news than anything was Roman Wilson getting hurt at practice yesterday.
Yeah.
Who knows when we're going to see him? And then also the Zach Frazier news that he won't be back till after the bye week. So there you go. We're basically going into this game in the same situation that we were in. Thursday night football last night. Denver Broncos, they beat the New Orleans Saints. I got to tell you, Mike, I'm glad that we got the Broncos when we did because Bo Nix was a different quarterback
Yeah.
last night
Yeah.
than from what I saw in the first week. He beat up the Saints. The final count on that game was 33-10. New Orleans looked real bad. But as I said, Denver didn't look quite like the team that we faced in the second week of the season either. So, and you know what? I think, Mike, I think they have a 4-3 record.
Yeah. They're 4-3.
4-3.
Yeah. Yeah. 4-3. They're 3-1 on the road. They might as well just stay away from Mile High.
Yeah, maybe they can't
Yeah.
play in the thin air.
They can't.
Wouldn't that be shitty?
I just find it comical, man. They're sitting in third place right now, but waiting the outcome of the Raiders game. So
Yeah, that
That, that,
division isn't looking too bad this year.
no, I was surprised. No one's going to beat KC out there like for the division, but get a decent number two spot in that division, and maybe back your way into a wild card. One of those teams. I don't think it's going to happen, but stranger things have happened this season.
You gotta I gotta say the NFC North is really interesting.
Oh,
You get the Vikings at 6-0, the Lions at 5-1, and both the Bears and Packers at 4-2. I didn't see this
yeah,
coming.
no, it's like the AFC North last year. It's the on paper the best division in football.
Guys, so what's going on? What's going on with my? There we
I,
go. All
you
right.
are right over there,
No,
bro.
I'm good. So we
Okay.
got the Steeler game coming up on Sunday night football. This is the second in 3 weeks, Mike. We got the New York Jets coming to town. This team is hungry. They got their backs against the wall. They lost 3 straight games. But you know what? That isn't the only storyline with this New York Jets football team. This football team also goes out and picks up Aaron Rodgers' former teammate, Devontae Adams from the Raiders
Mhm.
this week. Um, I'm kind of worried about this game, Mike. I got to tell you, the Giants next week, not so much, but the Jets this week, I'm kind of worried about this game.
Me too. They have a good team. Like record wise, they don't look that great. Numbers wise, they don't look that great. But it's only a matter of time before they have a breakout game. And like you said, you're in the middle of a 3 game losing streak. You go out and you get a big piece of the puzzle in Devontae Adams. This looks like, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm looking at this game like, oh, this is our breakout game. Steelers offense isn't that great. The Steelers defense you can exploit once you start running the ball, and they got two really good young running backs. The running game has struggled, but we saw that on some other teams against Pittsburgh where their run game struggled and they ran all over us. Looking at like the Colts game, so if I'm a Jets fan, I'm looking at this game as like this is a win. Like we should be able to win this game. If I'm a Jets fan, I'm coming in overly confident.
What you should like about this game, if you're a Jets fan, is the
Ooh,
quarterback up there, Aaron Rodgers. His record against our two options, guys. His head-to-head against Justin Fields in his career is 4-0. And his head-to-head against Russell Wilson in his career is, let me see where I lost it here.
so I don't have that with me either.
What did I do with it? What day is this? What planet am I on?
Today is Friday, man.
I was just looking at this, and it just oh, there it is. And then his record against Russell Wilson is 5-4. So his Aaron Rodgers record against both of our options, Justin Fields is he's 4-0 against Fields. He's 5-4 against Russell Wilson. We still don't know who's going to start. There's it's a lot of speculation that Russell Wilson's going to get the start. The media just kind of ran with it. The fans kind of ran with it. It was
Yeah.
never indicated. He was sharing first team reps with Justin Fields, and we still don't know till this minute who the starter is going to be. But a lot of people, especially around here, they're pretty confident that it's going to be Russell Wilson, Mike.
I think it is going to be Russ. Just by the way, Fields' comments yesterday to the media saying how, hey, no, this was on me. I didn't do enough myself to lock down this position to drown out any of the chances of a conversation. So I think internally, Tomlin has informed everyone, hey, it's going to be Russ. But when you talk to the media, keep it up in the air and let speculation run wild. But I believe it's already been made, and it's going to be Russ.
Um, Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Russ as well. I don't think it should be Russ, but I think it is going to be Russ. I think again, you can't take the hot hand away from the guy. I hope it works out for the best. That's all I got to say. But I mean, come on, this guy's really developed and came away, and people were saying, well, he's only passing for 144 yards. But on the other hand, we realistically could be 6-0 at this point. Like we really
Yeah.
could. We lost a 3-point game to Dallas that we certainly could have won, and of course the other lost. It was the week before that to Indianapolis. We
Hmm.
had to come back a little bit that made it look a little closer. So I don't know. Again, I don't know. I wouldn't start Russell Wilson, but that's me. But again, unfortunately, I think that this will be the direction they go, and I think that it's the direction that the fans are looking for. I just hope that he doesn't come out and play worse than put out less
Yeah,
production than Justin Fields did, because then where are we at? Where are we at next week? Then the
yeah.
media is going to go crazy and it's going to be a thing, and everybody's just going to be going on all week, all week about this next week. Um, I don't know. I would give Russell Wilson another week to rest. I mean, criminy, what's one more week going to take? And let Justin Fields play one more, and then bring Russell Wilson in against the Giants, and then you have 2 weeks to decide what it is that you want to do. But they're rushing for whatever reason to get him back in the lineup. I don't understand the reason that they're rushing, but that does seem to be the general consensus here in Pittsburgh. So we will see who does get the start on Sunday night. I'm pulling for Justin. Mike's pulling for Russell. So we'll see how that
I'm
turns
not
out.
pulling for us. I'm pulling for whoever's in there. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around their rationale for starting Russ and over Fields, and just going back and watching some of the coaches film. You can see guys that were open that Fields didn't get to fast enough, but on some of those plays he was able to make up for it with his legs.
And those
And
plays,
maybe
Russell Wilson more than likely would have been sacked.
well, no, I'm not talking about breakdowns in pass protection. I'm talking about when
Neither
he
am
had time.
I. I'm just talking about he's that much slower than Justin Fields. That
Yeah,
the
but if he's also faster at reading the defense, recognizing the receiver,
and
and,
slower
and
than
getting
getting the
the
ball
guy
out.
there, yeah,
He's the slowest guy in the league at getting the ball out last year among starters. So I mean, you got to
but
put all those things into it, Mike.
yeah,
It's not
but
a cut. It's not a
no,
cut clear answer. It's
no,
really
no,
not.
like each guy has positives and negatives to go out there.
Yeah,
That's why we were able to get them all both for cheap. But I'm just trying to put my head around it, and just going back and watching some of the film, and you can see, okay, there's a couple throws here, a couple throws there that Fields could have made, but he ended up, going with his legs, going to a different receiver. So we'll see if we'll see what happens. Even when Fields had the clean pocket, he would miss the guy. But
and a
one
lot of
thing I like
sharp
about
throws
Fields,
too, Mike.
one thing I like about Fields though is he didn't panic in the pocket either. We saw the past couple of years here, with Kenny and Trubisky, they were happy, very happy feet in the pocket, rolling into sacks. Fields wasn't doing that. When he moved in the pocket, it was with a purpose and deliberate. So I like that, but I think they want to get more out of the quarterback than running out of the quarter. More passing than
I
running
think
out of the
this, Mike.
quarterback. But
I
we'll
can't
see. We'll
see
see.
Russell Wilson coming in and throwing over 150 yards this week. And the thing is, if he doesn't come in and throw over 150 yards this week,
Yeah,
then where does that leave us? Where does
yeah.
that leave us next week? Now you're going to tell both your guys that you don't have confidence in them. Let's just say Russell Wilson comes out and throws 145 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Now Pittsburgh, the roof is blowing off the city,
Mm-hmm.
and now you pretty much have a situation where you're going to make one of your quarterbacks feel pretty shitty. I just don't like this week on the return, but we will see what it is that they do. Phyllis doing the board says all chat this week aside. I'm putting this game on the Steelers defense, especially at home. Don't want to see what happened versus Dallas. Jets running backs running the ball and the number three, 3 and outs from the offense.
Yeah.
And you know what the thing? Again, we are in first place, and again we are 4-2, and again we are 4-2, aren't we? Yeah,
Yeah,
four and
we're
two.
4-2. We're 4-2.
But again, team is not a different team than it was earlier in the season when it was winning 18-10. It's still that same team. That's the kind of game I think you're going to get. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be close, and it's going to be low scoring. For whatever reason, whatever happened out in Las Vegas last week happened out in Las Vegas. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They come home. We're back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be the same team you've seen through game 1 through 4. It's going to be the same team that you've seen last season
Mm-hmm.
and the same team you've seen 2 seasons ago as far as the way the team operates, runs, and what it is that they do. I can't imagine the Steelers goes out and wins this game 32-13 like they did in Las Vegas. Mike, it's going to be back to that style of game. And to be honest with you, the Jets fall right into that. They play a pretty good Steeler style football as well with the defense and running the ball. Add Aaron Rodgers to that. So that's why I'm scared of this game. On top of they lost 3 games in a row. This team that's projected to be a playoff team, they want to win a football game. So, these are the reasons this team scares me. You bring Devontae in. He wants, Devontae Adams, he wants to play. He plays. Now we have that to battle. There's a lot of things that going against the Steelers in this game. That's why I say you don't mess with that quarterback position just yet. Wait till there's a little bit calmer of a storm, which I think next week will be. But we will see. We will see. There's no answer. Nobody gave any answers yet, so we don't know. It's all
Yeah.
speculation. But Mike, I just think that this is going to be a typical Pittsburgh Steeler game. And again, anything that you've seen last week is it doesn't carry over. I mean, this is not a team that's as bad as the Raiders. Uh, there's a lot of differences. So again, I think this goes back to being a game like the Colts game, and it's going to be a lot of the same. And again, do you want to change your driver at this point in the game? I don't know.
I don't know. But one thing that I do know is I'm really not afraid of Aaron Rodgers anymore.
I'm glad that you're not. I hope our
Watching him
defensive
play
backs
this
aren't.
year, I I see a quarterback who is struggling, like throwing the game away and then throwing his teammates under the bus after a loss. Going on McAfee's show saying, "Oh, I kind of ran the wrong route, fell down. What am I supposed to do?" You see a guy who, I'm jetting off to go to a darkness retreat in Egypt. Y'all have fun at at camp, boys.
But you add
I get
Devontae
there
Adams
when
to
I
the
get
mix,
there. Yeah, I had my best friend to the mix.
Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson. I mean,
but he has
they're
been
not a
using
bad
Garrett.
football team. This
Yeah,
team
but
is a better
on
put
paper
together
they're
team.
good.
This team is
But
better put together, Mike, than the Indianapolis Colts were. I could guarantee you that. I would take Aaron Rodgers as my quarterback over Joe Flacco any day of the week. As far as the offensive skill players, I think they're better than the Colts. Of course, you got Jonathan Taylor Thomas over in Indianapolis with Brees Hall. I mean, they got two running backs here with the Jets. Also, a brand new Devontae Adams who's going to want to go out and put up his, make a show, put
yeah,
on a show. Again, Mike, this would not be the one, but you live and
no,
you
that
learn. We'll see.
they're 30th in rush offense, 87 yards a game rushing the ball. If there's so I if they're smart, I would lean on Breesy Hall. I'd lean on Braylon Allen. I'd lean on those two guys to open up my passing game, but they're trying to be a pass heavy team. And they're middle of the pack, 217 yards a game. So, excuse me, about 50 yards more than the Steelers average. So I just don't, they just don't scare me at all in their
I'm
passing
not
attack.
scared of them, but I
Because,
don't
like I
know.
said, their offense is like us. They're struggling to put up 20 points a game.
Their offense is like us, but we got two, $100 receivers. I mean, I'm sorry, quarterbacks.
Well, we got a 250-cent quarterback or wide receivers. So
Exactly. We don't have a Devontae. We don't have a Garrett Wilson. Um, good morning, Jen on the board. Feel the still says it is easy to frustrate or frustrate, and I'm putting my money that 90 frustrates him. Okay, I
yeah,
see what you're saying. Eight is easy. SWAT what Sunday night, baby. I mean, don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I think we're going to win. I hope we're going to win, but I just think that this is going to be the game that's going to be a little bit more difficult than most people think. Again, stack the wins. Don't mess around. Second half of the season, you're getting all six division teams. You're getting the Kansas City Chiefs. You're getting the Eagles, and you're getting the Washington Commanders all after the bye week. I wouldn't risk messing around. I think you try to get your team where you want it to be. And again, you don't know after this week if Russell Wilson's his calf might tighten up again. You don't know. The guy's been out for 3 months with a tight calf. He's not young anymore. So again, Jets, I think it's going to be a good game. But again, I think that people were underestimating the Jets team, especially like I said, at this point, you want to stack your wins when you can because you might not win that Christmas game on against the Kansas City Chiefs, where you might need one win down the
mhm,
road. Get your wins now. Get them now because again, I'm not going to count on the wins when we do play Kansas City or twice against Baltimore or
yeah.
Washington. I mean, stack them when you know that you can, and that's where I'm at on that. So also, Mike Terry Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw said Field should remain the starter. Yes, he's crazy, but that's both of our Hall of Fame quarterbacks that had endorsed Justin Fields this week. I'm on their team here, and again, we'll see. We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. We'll know in about what? Oh god, it's a Sunday night game. I'm not doing the math. We'll know in about what, over 48 hours.
Here's something interesting. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they did drop their last two against the New York Jets. They own the overall series
Mm-hmm.
20-7. However, they did lose their last two, so we are due for a win against them. They're on
Yeah.
a little streak against us, whatever way you want to look at it. But they had not we had not beat the Jets in the last two
Yeah.
matchups against them.
And they're rolling. I was just going back through the box scores. They've given up multiple sacks per game this year. While one game, Rogers was sacked 5 times. I can't remember who. who it was from, but it was a team like you. It might have been Minnesota sacked him 5 times, I think it was. But yeah, this line you can get to Aaron Rodgers, and like Phil Lucille was saying, and I think we said it early in this week too. Rodgers is a quarterback you can frustrate and rattle. So that's why in the way our front four, front three, front seven has been playing recently, getting to the quarterback, I think we have a really good chance against him to get him off his game because he hasn't looked sharp, man. But maybe, like you were saying, though, getting his butt buddy, Devontae Adams back and his boyfriend
That
back,
can't
maybe
hurt.
that lights him something under his fire, under
Absolutely.
his ass.
I
And
think it can only help. We kept
yeah,
saying in preseason, bring in Cortland Sutton because that will help Russell Wilson. I
yeah,
think Devontae Adams is going to be a little bit more effective in this situation. And another thing, I mean, trying to sell people on what it is that Aaron Rodgers is doing. Everybody knows at this point what Aaron Rodgers is. I just think that the guy has the capacity upstairs. He
yeah.
again,
It's latter
I
stage
think
Ben
his
Roethlisberger. It's all apparent.
experience is better than Russell Wilson's experience because the games that Aaron Rodgers won were solely on his arm, where Russell Wilson, he played on a run heavy Seattle team and a very, very strong defense. So, I mean, in that situation, I don't think that I think he's more effective than Russell Wilson would be. But again, everybody's on the edge of their seat waiting to find out. I just got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about this. It's going to be Russell Wilson. Mike, I just want to throw this out there. I got this off of FanDuel. You may have
Mm-hmm.
seen it.
Okay.
FanDuel, get this. This is on FanDuel. They had a speculation trade between the Steelers and the Rams.
I think I saw this one.
Would you trade? And I would do this in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, I would do it in a half a heartbeat. Cooper Cup to the Steelers for 2025 third round pick and Beanie Bishop. If you could pull that off, I would do it in a heartbeat
Oh,
because you
I'd
got
do
Cam
it.
Sutton coming back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got something coming back. You can survive. Next week's game.
And Cooper
I
Cup's a
would do it.
badass little dude,
I would
man.
do it. I don't know how much he has left in the tank because I think he's just now coming back from injury. But I'd take him.
I'd take him at Mike compared to what we have. I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I mean, look
yeah.
at how productive he is when he's healthy.
No, damn good, damn productive. But
So would you
he's only played 2 games this year, so he's just coming back from
good
injury.
even
But I'd
fresh?
take him.
We have
He'd
guys.
be fresh. We're used to guys being hurt
Yeah, we're
anyway. He'd
starting
fit
guys.
right in.
We're starting guys this week that didn't play any games this week, and we're confident
Yeah,
that we should win. So
yeah,
I like the idea.
we'll
I
take
would
him.
love if
I'd take
Cooper Cup would come and land here in Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
man.
well, he hasn't played a full season since 2021, and right now, he's just coming back from injury. He's entering
Half of our team, he
yeah,
fits right in.
he
I mean,
fits right in. He's good to go.
this is
He's
the
already
perfect
missed his
fit.
yeah, he's already missed the games that he needed to miss, so he's ready to go. Now, this is like a full season now for him, playing about 12 games. He's
And
ready
we
to
have
go.
guys every season that misses a full season. Like this is
Yeah,
like the match made in heaven.
yeah, and you know what? Giving away a third round pick. Roman Wilson was the third round pick, so we get a third round pick this year anyway. They're going to be hurt anyway. Fuck it,
Yeah,
let's do it. Let's do it. You just talked me into it.
I agree. And Phil Steele says the same thing. Yeah, Koopy's a psycho ward type receiver. I love him. I would love to
Yeah,
have
he's
him.
a
And it seemed
very,
like ever
very
since they got their
productive.
Puka Nakua down there, he kind of fell by the wayside. And again, you said like with the injuries,
Yeah,
I would
that's the
I would scoop him up just in a minute. I would
yeah.
give him Mike. I would trade Mike for Cooper Cup in a minute.
You know what? That's fair enough. That's fair. I respect that. I'm just glad I'm in his weight class. Ooh,
Well,
26 mil.
I wouldn't say you're in his weight class, but
Yeah, I know. I was hoping we all just like skip by that.
just let that one slide.
But this one on slide. His salary cap hit those. Ooh, 29 million, 29 million, 27 million. So if we get Cooper Cup, we're still not getting a quarterback in the offseason. We're still going to be nickel
No,
and
probably not getting
diming.
one anyway. Where are you gonna get the guy? I mean,
There's no one available.
there
Like
isn't
really
anyone out
in
there.
free agency, it's like I was looking at contracts coming up. You got Sam Darnold, Justin Fields are your two big guys. This camera is about to get thrown out the room.
Um, I do got to laugh because every time I have technical difficulties, you take the liberty of laughing. So I am
I know.
enjoying
Every time
this.
now I have it. Yeah. That's fair enough. Fair
I'm
enough.
enjoying it for that reason, and your face disappears, so it's double. It's like a double whammy for me.
My
Uh,
face disappears next time. It's going to be that derpy image all show long.
like just like talking to Derpy. Uh,
I'll get the fire alarm sound effect going and everything, baby.
what else we got here for the game coming up this week, guys? Here's an interesting thing that I also read this week. Did you know? Did you know that the game against the Falcons this year, earlier this season, that TJ Watt was so fired up Did you hear this? He was so fired up prior to the Falcons game that he literally broke Broderick Jones's helmet while getting the guys fired up and banging their heads around. You know how they do?
Okay. Do you remember the movie The Program?
No.
One of the dudes he went from special teams to starting linebacker because he was juiced up and he was headbutting people. And I think he broke someone's helmet or broke his nose headbutting someone. That's what popped in my mind is Watt all fired up. Not saying he's juiced up because I don't think he is, but he's all fired up. That's all I can picture. It's him just blood coming down his face. Jones's helmet broken, and Jones going, "How am I supposed to play, coach?" And coach going,
Well, it didn't look
"Thank
anything
God,
like that, but
TJ. Thank you. You improved the O line."
yeah. Maybe that's why Broderick Jones is goofy and he can't remember his
Yeah, TJ Watt has given him a concussion that no one knows about. He called it
uh
the field of steel's caught saying Derpy and Casper. He called me Casper.
you do look at you. I didn't even
I'm
think of
pale.
that.
I'm a pale,
And then with the
and then
black
I
background and your
disappear.
white shirt, look at you.
Yeah, I know. I'm I don't know who's whiter, me or Larry Bird or Detlef Schrempf.
Oh, it's
The
definitely
three of the
you.
whitest. Yeah, 99 Latimer. Thank you. Thank you, Field of Steel. Thank you.
Definitely you. Mike, we it's time to talk about the keys to beating the New York Jets this week. What are the
Ooh,
keys for the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this football game, to improve to 5-2, to remain in first place, to stack another win? A lot of things that could be very important for this football team. Mike, what are the keys to beating the Jets?
he's beating the Jets. I say it every week, but it's basic football. Control the line of scrimmage on both sides, especially our O line against their D line. Put in Williams in the middle. We're gonna have what McCollum and McCormick starting there. I That's going to be a scary, scary matchup right there. You got to neutralize Quinn Williams so we can get a run game going and a pass game going. On offense, we got to find a way to move the ball in the air. They have one of the best, if not the best, secondaries in the NFL. We got to find a way to move the ball through the air, and it's going to be hard against that team. And I think they're number one in the NFL in yards allowed. This team is a damn good defense. We just got to find ways to manufacture yards, manufacture points.
Well,
I just
yeah,
I'm just trying to think how we're gonna be able to move the ball against this team because we're not gonna be able to do it against the
you're
air.
totally went into a Mike Tomlin answer.
I did too.
We're gonna have to score more points than the
I
other
knew
team if
where
we
I
want to
was
win.
going. I had a plan. Then I started
Like the old
talking and
Madden
thinking about what I'm
sayings
saying. Like
when
this
you're
is
playing
not
Madden.
good. Well, this is not good. What we have to do
If
to
you want
try
to
and
get a
beat
lot of
this
throwing
team.
yards, you have to throw the ball. Or
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
like, Well, I'm like, oh God, like yeah, J.R. Reed's a little banged up, but yeah, I think he's going to play, and that secondary is tough. I So let's rattle Rodgers, control the line of scrimmage on offense and defense, and zero turnovers, no matter who's quarterback, excuse me, zero turnovers. We have to win the turnover battle. And when we do get turnovers from Rodgers, which he's been throwing the ball to the other team a lot this year,
and
we
you know
have to
how that
capitalize.
plays
We have to
out. When a
capitalize on
team
those
comes to
points.
town that's doing something, a lot of it
Oh, they're gonna
needs
do the opposite.
we do the total opposite. I mean,
But
come
yeah,
on. If the Jets are out throwing all these interceptions, you can guarantee the
yeah.
Steelers are probably going to get no interceptions this week. It's just
But
I don't know why
but
things just happen this way.
yeah, but really realistically, we have to on defense. That front three has to play a hell of a game and stopping the run. We cannot let those two running backs get going because yeah, they're only averaging like 87 yards a game. Those two, they're both starting capable running backs in this league. They both can be workhorse guys, and I don't want to get those guys rolling. So you do that, that's going to open up so much more for Aaron Rodgers, so much more for Devontae Adams. Going to get Garrett Wilson involved, and don't forget they have Alan Lazard as well. I think he has like 6 touchdowns already. So it's going to be a tough matchup for the Steelers defense. But I think we got it. I think our secondary can match up well against these guys. But I have a feeling it's going to come down to Alan Lazard versus Beanie Bishop.
As Field of Steel said, no, they have to get off the field on third downs. I agree 100%. You can't keep giving Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You get off the field on third downs. The battle in the trenches, I think, is going to be difficult. Again,
Offensive.
we're very, very battered And people
Mhm.
say, well, you know what? This Jets has these problems. These Jets have this problem. People forget because we scored 32 points last week against the Raiders that we have our own problems and we have quite a
Mhm.
bit of them. And every game leading up to last week
Yeah.
has been very low scoring, very close, and very ugly. So again, you have to kind of erase the Raiders game out of your mind when you're trying to put this
Yep.
into perspective, because the team that we really are is the team that played the 5 weeks prior in basically the last 2 seasons. So yes, we are improving. Yes, things are moving in the right direction. But you got to remember, this is still who we are until we consistently show that we are what we were last week. And maybe we could continue to do that this week and maybe into next week against the Giants. Again, I like this Giants game. This Jets one's the one that kind of worries me. They did lose 3 games in a row. I just Aaron Rodgers, this Jets team, the media attention that they get, the NFL is giving them all the spotlight. It's hard to imagine they lose 4 games in a row right in the middle, especially after getting Devontae Adams. But again, we will see. That's why they play the game. Mike, it's time for over and under. Here we go. This is where we are going to go through different scenarios for different players, and Mike is going to predict if it's going to be over or under. Here we go. Steelers quarterback touchdown passes. Mike, one half of a Steelers touchdown pass by either quarterback. I don't care who it is. One half a touchdown, over or under.
Under.
Interesting. Najee Harris, a half a touchdown run.
Over, baby. He's getting 2.
George Pickens, 5.5 catches, over or under.
Hmm. Ooh. Just under, because I think Sauce is going to follow him around all game long.
Boswell, 2.5 field goals in this game.
Under. We kick 0 field goals.
Sacks allowed by the Steelers, 3.5, over or under.
Over.
And turnovers by the Steelers, 1.5, over or under.
You said 1.5,
Mm-hmm.
1.5? Under.
All right. On the defensive side of the ball, turnovers caused, 1.5.
Over.
TJ Watt, 1.5 sacks, over or under.
Ooh. Push. He's going to get 1.5.
Cam Hayward, a half sack.
Push. He combines with TJ.
And finally, the ever hated over or under here
Your
on the
fault.
show
This is
is
your
the
fault.
devastating injury. Will we have a player of significance, a starter, anybody of this nature? One half of a significant injury, devastating injury, over or under.
Over. And
Mm.
it's going to be someone from the secondary.
All right. There you have it, guys. As I promised everybody yesterday, we are going to give away $25 gift certificate to Dick's Sporting Goods today. And I have it. Listen, Derpy was supposed to be here. The game was originally set up for Derpy to be involved. He couldn't make it today, so I revised it a little bit. I think we're going to be fine. So this is what we're going to do. If anybody on the board wants to make an attempt here at winning this $25 gift certificate for Dick's Sporting Goods, um, put any number on the board between 1 and 10. I think this is what we'll do. And whoever's closest or gets the number that I have in my head will go first. Because if multiple people want to play, let's say the first person doesn't get it, then we can continue to go on. So if you are interested in participating and trying to win this $25 gift certificate free right here from the Two Dumb Yinzers show, put any number between 1 and 10 on the board. I'll see what's closest to the number that's in my head. We'll go from there. Phil still said he'll be derpy. Let me continue a little bit further, but guys, do that. We'll start to get that set up here in just a minute. If you do want to try, Fielder still has his number up there. Anybody else, also put your number up, and we will see, and we'll go from there. Mike, I do want to say also a couple other things going around town this week. Pittsburgh Penguins, they're back in action today. They have the Hurricanes coming to town tonight. We're 1-1. The Penguins are 3-2. That game is at 7:00, and they also do play at 3:00 on Sunday against the Winnipeg Jets. One interesting thing why I did want to bring this up, Mike, there are only two duos of hockey players in NHL history to have to score 500 goals as teammates. Of course, we know that Crosby and Malkin just pulled that off. There's only one other duo of hockey players in the history of the NHL that fell in that category. Do you have any idea who that is off the top of your head, Mike?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Wayne Gretzky and Yari Curry up in Edmonton.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's a killer couple, huh?
Yeah,
So
that Edmonton team was stacked.
only
That
two
Edmonton team,
duos in NHL history to each score 500 goals as teammates. Only two times, Sidney
yeah,
Crosby and Gino, and Wayne Gretzky and Yari Curry. So
it's nuts.
congratulations to them two, man. All right. So as of right now, we're going to go with what we have. Fielder still chose 7, which was close enough because there was no other guesses as of yet. I chose 4, close enough. All right. So here's what we're going to do. This is the game, Fielder Steel. Get ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you for a number between 1 and 4. When you give me the number between 1 and 4, I have 4 categories, 4 positions broken down in football positions. So you're going to say 1, 2, 3, or 4. Once you tell me one of those numbers, I'll pull that position up. And what I'm going to do is ask, I have 6 names. I'm going to read them to Mike one at a time. And he's going to tell me the number of each of these players.
Oh, God.
The number of each of these players. Okay.
All right.
So, for example, say you say 1 and it's the linebacker core. I'm going to have 6 names. I'm going to give it to Mike. Go down. Now, here's the catch. Mike has to get 5 out of 6
Oh,
correct. Mike, this is, I mean, numbers. This is easy. This is the easiest way that you could do this.
all right.
So, all right. So here we go. Phil still says number 3, which is actually the tight end position.
Oh, God.
Now, these are Steelers from all time. Now,
Yeah.
there's nothing in here from a guy like from the 40s. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do that to Phil Steele. I'm in it to help you guys. So the tight end is what he chose. That's number 3, my number 3 list. I'm going to give you 6 names.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give me their numbers.
Okay.
And if you get 5 out of 6 right, Field of Steel does win a $25 gift certificate for Dick's Sporting Goods.
I got you, Field
So
of
here you
Steel.
go. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing this, because if he doesn't win, then he could be mad at you and not me. So
That's, you know what? That's genius on your part.
it really is.
You know.
So here we go, Field of Steel. Hope you're feeling lucky today. He is the participant to try to win the $25 gift card from Dick's. He chose category number 3, which is the tight ends. I'm going to give Mike 6 names, and he's going to give me the numbers. And if he gets 5 out of 6 right, Field of Steel will be going to Dick's Sporting Goods to get something with his $25 gift certificate. Mike, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, baby. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. So this is tight ends. I give you names. You give me numbers. There's 6 of them. Here we go. Number 1, Eric Green.
Oh, God.
You could say pass.
Oh, God. 2 numbers are popping in my head. 87 or 80. Shit.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, 87.
All right, so let's move on. Number 2, Mark Bruner.
Mark Bruner's 87. Mark Bruner's 87. Eric Green 86. And change that.
Number 3, Heath Miller.
83, baby. Heath.
All right, so you said Eric Green's 86, Mark Bruner's 87, Heath Miller's 83. 3 left. You are on a good track. Field of Steel. Here we go. The last 3. Mike is 3 for 3. Mike, Jesse James.
81.
Vance McDonald.
84.
Zach Gentry. Do, 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 do,
Did he also wear 87?
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
No, 81 for Gentry as well, I think. Fuck. Zach Gentry's confusing me. I pass.
All right, well, Zach Gentry's your only one left, so you pass right back to Zach Gentry. So you said 86 for Eric Green, 87 for Bruner, 83 for Heath, 81 for James, 87 for McDonald.
No, 84 for McDonald.
84 for McDonald, and Gentry is what?
88.
All right. So you said 84 or 86. What'd you say for McDonald? 84. Either way, it was
84.
wrong. I
84.
just want to throw that out there. It was wrong that you did so that's why.
Oh, damn
Okay.
it.
So which means you have to get the other five right. So Field of Steel, he has to get the other five right in order to be the
Oh,
winner today of the $25 gift certificate to Dick's. If you love Dick's as much as Mike does, then play the game here on the show and try to win your Dick's
what else
Sporting Goods card. Mike, here we go. Eric Green, you said was number 86.
yeah.
That is correct. Mark Bruner, you said 87. That also is correct. Heath Miller, you said 83. And that is correct.
He's
Bill the Steel, you were 3 for 3. How you feeling about this?
he's saying he won already.
All right, all right. I like the attitude. He says, "Go, Mike." Here we go. Number 4, Jesse James. You said 81. That is correct. All right. So now I already told you that you did get the Vance McDonald wrong. Vance McDonald, you said 87.
I said 84.
Either way, again, it's 89.
Oh, damn it.
So you said 84 is 89.
Okay.
So Field of Steel comes down to Zach Gentry. If Mike got this right, you are on your way to Dick's Sporting Goods with a $25 gift card. If he's not, it was a good try, and we will continue. Last tight end on the list, guys. Zach Gentry. Mike said 88, and he has to get this right. Drum roll, please. And the answer, 81.
Oh no! I think that was my first guess. I went 81, then 88. Oh,
So close.
I'm sorry, Phil. Feel the steel. I am so sorry.
I thought you had it.
Oh, so did I.
I thought you were going to get Zach Gentry. That was the thing. I thought you were going to get Zach Gentry. And that was the last one, guys. Again, Eric Green was 86, Bruner 87, Heath Miller 83, Jesse James 81, Vance McDonald 89, and Zach Gentry was 81. So good job. Good job on that Field of Steel. I thought you were going to get it, my man.
Oh,
If anybody
I'm
else wants to
sorry.
if anybody else wants to take a stab at it, we do have more categories, more
Oh,
positions. Mike will certainly try to win you a $25 gift certificate for Dick's Sporting Goods. So if you like Dick's as much as Mike's does, just enter a number on the screen and we'll go from there. So for the rest of the show, put in a number whenever you want. And if we do get somebody, or if we get a number, we will play again. Again, I have more positions ready, more numbers ready, and Mike will try to win.
you
Mike will
know,
try to win you a Dick's gift card of $25.
I thought about making a mixed drink for today's episode. It's Friday. Get relaxed, be good to
You would
go.
have missed 5 of the 6 tight
I
ends.
would have won if I would have made that drink, but I did the responsible thing by taking, a sugar-free cola.
See, now it was supposed to, Derpy was supposed, if he was here, then it was going to go back and forth. It was going to go one to the other, one to the other, one to the other.
Yeah,
But since we only had, the one guy today, that's how we did, which it worked out fine.
it
But
worked
again,
out. I
I wish it would have
dropped the
worked out
ball.
better though
I
for Phil
dropped the
Steele.
ball big time. Me too. Me too.
But that wasn't easy. Tight ends. I mean, come on, you're thinking of tight ends who aren't the main couple that you remember. It's
Yeah.
tough. I mean, Zach Gentry.
I'm just glad I remembered like Eric Green was 86 because my first two guesses on Green were 86 and 87. I couldn't remember which one because we went from him to Bruner. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vance
So,
McDonald one pisses me off. Who the fuck was 84 as a tight end? I swear we had an 84
I don't know. None of these guys.
because that was AB for the longest time.
So there you go, everybody. If you want an opportunity to try to win this $25 gift certificate to Dick's Sporting Goods, we'll have it sent out to you ASAP. If you do win, just indicate that you would like to try on the board, and we will certainly fire it up again and see if Mike can help you get that.
Can I play?
It says use me as Derpy for other trivia. Hey.
You know what? Derpy's not showing up. We might have to take.
Yeah.
We might have to start interviewing for this open position that Derpy's.
And I don't know what Mike's.
I'm doing one. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win myself some dicks.
Now get out of here.
Some $25.
All right. So With that being said, we also have a lot of college football, but none of you know what, none of our local teams here. Pitt's off. They play next Thursday against Syracuse on the ESPN game Thursday night. Also, Ohio State and Penn State are both off this weekend. However, West Virginia, they are in action. They play Kent State. I believe Kent State is ranked, if I'm not mistaken. They're
No,
not
Kent
ranked.
State. No, Kent State
Who they
cannot
just
be ranked.
play? Who they just play? They lost to. It was a ranked team.
I'm for who? I
West
totally.
Virginia. West Virginia just play.
I can't remember.
They were the team that was ranked. This team isn't ranked.
Yeah, yeah. Kent State's not ranked. We
All right, so
suck.
Jen, we have Mike. We have another participant here. Jen wants to take another stab at it. Let me go over these last two games in the college. I just want to mention real quick a couple big games because our teams are off, Mike. Number one, Texas does play number 5, Georgia. That game should be good Saturday night at 7:30. Number one versus number 5. Then also number 7, Alabama versus number 11, Tennessee. That's another good one. That'll be 3:30 tomorrow as well. I thought Jen was on the board. She disappeared on me.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
retracted the
Jen, if you do want to try, just let me know, and we'll go ahead and we'll pull it back up. Also, Mike Des Reed from the Pitt Panthers, he did make the midseason All-American team. So congratulations to him. Just more and more happening for this Pitt team. I love it. And they'll be back again next Thursday.
yeah.
Take on the Syracuse Orange. Also
Ooh, that
tonight,
should be a good one. I always like watching that game.
yeah, that should be good.
Uh,
Okay, so Jen's back in. Here, let me knock these few things out, and then we're going to get into Jen. That way we could spend more time with her. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they play the Ludon. Remember this team, Ludon,
yeah,
Loudon. They
yeah.
play them tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then also the baseball playoffs. The Dodgers are up 3 games to 1. They play today. Dodgers and Mets game 5. That's at 5:08. And then also the Yankees are up 2 games to 1 on the Guardians. They also play today at 8:08. Game 4 is the Guardians try to get back into this. All right, guys. So, okay, sorry about
She's driving. Safety first, Jen.
that, Jen.
Safety first.
All right, so she picked so she participated in. I think she's picking one as her
Yeah, she's
category.
picking one.
Which,
Yep.
Mike, I think this one might be a little bit more helpful, a little bit more easy for you. Number one category is the wide receivers. The wide receivers.
All right, let's do this.
So here we go. Jen's driving, so we won't bother her that much. Here we go, Mike. I'm going to give you 6 names. You give me 5 of their numbers correctly. Jen will
Mhm.
win. Defending champion. She will win again this week. Another $25 gift certificate from Dick's, but Mike has to get 5 out of 6 correct for that to happen. So
I
here we
got
go.
this, baby. I got this one. I got
All
this.
right, here we go. Number 1, Yancey Thigpen.
82.
Number 2, Santonio Holmes.
10. Time to be great.
Number 3, Lewis Lips.
Fuck.
You can skip.
God damn it. 80.
All right, number 4, Plexico Burris.
Burris was 80.
Number 5, Antoine Randall L.
82.
And finally, Mike Wallace.
17.
All right.
I think I got a winner here. I think I got a winner here.
You had to get 5 out of 6.
I think I got 5 out of 6. I think I got 5 out of 6.
All right. So, number 1, Yancey Thigpen, you said number 82. And that is correct. 82 was Yancey Thigpen. Number 2, Santonio Holmes, you said number 10. And that is, of course, number 10. Louis Lips, you said number 80.
Yeah, I can't remember. He was one of my favorite receiver growing up.
That was incorrect. He was number 83.
Yeah.
So now, Jen, you need Mike to get the last 3 correct.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at it. Number 4, Plexico Burris, Mike said number 80, and that is correct.
Plexiglass, my boy.
He said Randall L is number 82, and that also is correct.
Yep.
So it comes down to this one last player, Jen. If Mike got this correct, you win again. You win another $25 gift certificate to Dick's.
I think we got it. I think we got it.
Mike says, here we go. He says Mike Wallace was number 17. Was Mike Wallace number 17? That's the question. If Mike was 17, Jen wins $25. Mike Wallace, guys, was number 17. He did it again. She's on a streak, man. There's no stopping Jen. Jen's driving. She can't really respond, but congratulations, Jen. Jen, she did it again. Mike, you did hit 5 out of 6, only missing Lewis Lips. He was, in fact, number 83, but you did get everybody else. Congratulations, Jen. We will get that out to you. We do have your information from the last time. Again, back to back, guys. Somebody has to be able to keep up with Jen. She's killing. She's killing. So there you have it, Mike. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about the website?
On over to the 2dumyinzers.com, everyone. As you know, the merchandise store's over there. Also, the blog is over there. A new one came out today, a new article about the Steelers and Jets and like the quarterback situation, who should be playing and why.
Oh, you do got a new blog up over
Yeah,
there.
new blog is up. It's just a little back and forth about, kind of the pros and cons of each guy. It's a bunch of stuff up there about, both quarterbacks and yeah. Well, I don't know, man. We'll see how this game plays out, but yeah, my thoughts on it are over there at the2dumyinzers.com.
Go check it out, everybody.
Yes.
www.the2dumyinzers.com or it's www.the2dumyinzers.com. You know what I'm going to do? You want to play around real quick? There's nothing in it in this, but I could play around with you here, Feel this still if you want, because I do have a couple categories. It's only going to be 6 guys. You want to play, Mike? Also, we do have a Jets trivia question coming up shortly. If Fearless still wants to just do a practice, an exhibition round, we certainly will do that with him because, as I said, I do have other rounds already prepared. But Mike, you and I, we could get into the Jets trivia question.
All right, I'm ready for some
of
trivia.
the day. Is of course the team that the Steelers are playing. That's the team that we will do the trivia question for the whole week leading up to the game. So this is, guys, this is the trivia of the day. This isn't Field of Steel's trivia question or anything like that. Everybody could also participate. Mike, put your thinking cap on. Here we go. Which Jets quarterback set a Jets record for passing for 4,007 yards in one season? I'm looking for a one season. Which Jets quarterback set a record by passing for 4,007 yards in one season? Take a minute to think that over.
Ooh.
We're live 5 days a week right here, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every day, Monday through Friday. Right on YouTube, come check us out. All right, Mike, question of the day. Which Jets quarterback set a Jets record for passing for 4,007 yards in one season?
Mr. Butt Fumble himself, Sanchez.
Mr. Butt Fumble, Mark Sanchez. Is that your final answer?
Final answer, baby.
All right. Mike says Mark Sanchez. Question of the day is this. Which Jets QB set a Jets record for passing for 4,007 yards in one season? Mike says Mark Sanchez. And that is incorrect, Mike. One more time. Joe Willie Namath.
Oh, no way.
One season pass for 4,007 yards, Mike. That was the answer to every question this week. I don't know how you got any wrong, but Joe Namath from right across the river here from me was the answer to.
I should have sensed the theme of just going with Joe Namath.
Yeah. Too bad you caught it too late. Now it's
I know.
So Field is still, I don't know where he went. So we will continue on here. Mike, now I know that you picked the Jets yesterday in the picks, and I think that might have been for strategy. Do you have a prediction for this game?
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh can win this one 14-10.
14-10. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Both teams are low scoring offenses, but defenses are pretty stout. I think the Jets are averaging like 18 points against. this year, so I think it's going to be a tight game.
All right. Fearless Steel, do you want to play a quick round? I have quarterbacks and running backs left. If you want to play, let me know. I can do one of them. We'll do it real quick, and then we'll wrap things up for the week. High school football going on here in Western Pennsylvania tonight. The big matchup between Aliquippa and Montour will be what I'll be paying attention to tonight. Aliquippa,
Gonna
of
be a good
course,
one.
is Hall of Fame high school. More high school or more NFL Hall of Famers out of Aliquippa High School than any high school in the United States of America. They will be going at it against Montour tonight. That is a big game here in the area. Besides for that, guys, we also have 23-13 Steelers over the Paper Airplanes. Feel this go. Do you want to play around? Do you want to play guess these numbers real quick? Because like I said, we're getting ready to wrap up. If you want to do a quick round, I will do a quick round with you. Just like I said, it's not anything at stake here, but we can do one if you want. Also, Mike, as I said, going on, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're back at it tonight, 7 o'clock. The Hurricanes are in town. Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they are playing Loudon United FC. That game is at 6 o'clock tomorrow. All right, looks like Phil still wants to participate. He wants to do this. All right, so Mike, you give me number 2 or number 4?
Let's go with number 4.
Number 4. So we're gonna do running backs. Feel the Steel. Here we go. I'm gonna give you 6 names. You give me the numbers. Here we go. Feel the Steel. Tim Worley.
Oh, wow. I'm glad no one picked running backs.
And then you just put the number right up there. Tim Worley is the first guy I'm looking for. Next guy is Barry Foster. The third player I'm looking for, Feel the Steel, is Bam Morris.
Oh, I love Bam Morris. He was the man.
Rashard Mendenhall. Willie Parker.
That's Willie.
And Merrill Hodge. So your 6 guys, Tim Worley, Barry Foster, Bam Morris, Rashard Mendenhall, Willie Parker, and Merrill Hodge. I do want to tell everybody, I do want to say, if you check out Sunday morning, the pre-Steeler game show Sunday morning between 11 and 12 p.m. In the morning, go over to One Man's Opinion on Sports with Brian Pasquale, or come right here because we will be on Brian's pregame show Sunday morning between 11 to 12, getting everything ready and set up for the Steeler game that night. All right, I got some numbers here. So 33, 29, 33, 34, and 39. I need one more number, and then I'm going to look, and if they all match the guys, the number wise,
we got all 6 right there.
we got. So I'm still waiting for one more on my end.
Okay,
33 just came through. Okay, so Tim Worley is 38. We don't have a 38 on the list, but that doesn't matter. You still could do it with only getting 5 guys right. Barry Foster, 29, correct. Bam Morris, 33, correct. Rashard Mendenhall, 34, correct. Willie Parker, 39, correct. And Hodge, 33, correct. So you did get 5 out of 6. The one that you did miss was Tim Worley at 38. But that was good as well. So that's what we were going to do, guys. If there's any days when Derpy isn't here, as I said, it was initially penciled in to have Mike versus Derpy. We're going to put them head to head, get 2 contestants, and then whoever won, their player would get the card. But Jen did win it today. Jen, we will get that out for you ASAP. Mike, anything before we start getting ready to wrap it up for the weekend, man?
I got nothing, man. I just can't. I can't wait for this game. God, I hate these Sunday night games. But I think we're gonna pull it out. It's gonna be a tight one, and keep an eye on the channel. There might be something special happening Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Mike might have something special, so do keep your eye on the channel right here on YouTube over the weekend.
I don't want to promise and not fulfill it, so just keep an eye on.
He's got something he's working on, so if he can
get it together, if it doesn't work out, I don't want anyone disappointed.
So you can catch us on Sunday morning, 11 o'clock till 12 o'clock on the Steeler pregame show on One Man's Opinion on Sports with Brian Pasquale. You can catch us right here or over on his page on One Man's Opinion on Sports with Brian Pasquale. Also through the weekend, guys, Penguins, Riverhounds, college, a lot of college football tomorrow. Major League Baseball still going on. The playoffs going on throughout the weekend. And also, guys, Sunday Night Football, the Steelers are hosting the New York Jets. lot of things going on, Mike. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I think we got this 5-2. Here we come, Pittsburgh, baby. I do want to say thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out and checking us out today.
Yes.
We appreciate each and every one of you. We certainly really do. We wouldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. Also, we want to thank everybody on the board. You guys always keep
Love
things
it. Love
interesting.
it.
I do want to say congratulations to Jen as well. She did win the Dick's Sporting Goods gift card once again. She's on a tear,
Just
guys.
cleaning
So
house,
somebody
boys.
got to get in it next week and try to get back in this thing because Jen is running away with it. I do believe that's everything for me, Mike.
That's
So
everything, man.
enjoy the game, everybody. Again, catch us, come hang out Sunday morning with us. If you don't get a chance to, we will be back Monday, first thing in the morning, to go over all this stuff that's heading into the weekend as far as sports from the Western Pennsylvania area. But the big one, of course, is Sunday night. Steelers, Jets. We
Go,
don't know who's going to
boys.
be starting at quarterback. All kind of storylines of this game. Bottom line, let's get this win and get one step closer to where we want to be and stay in first place. So let's go Steelers. For Mike in the Steelers Central Mobile Studio, myself, the two dumb yinzers, everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy the game, stay safe, and we'll talk to you Sunday or Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.